Hi there, I'm Noah Bradley, and today we're going to do a review of the Huion Kamvas 24 4K. I don't usually do a lot of reviews, it's been quite a while. I mean, the last time I was doing reviews was back in the day of Cintiq companions and stuff like that. So it's been quite a while, but I saw these products, I saw what other people were doing them, and so I reached out to them and was like, hey, can I get a review copy? And they sent me one, which is pretty freaking awesome. So they sent me one of these, which means I'm super biased and I'm obviously corrupt and gonna give them a good review for some reason. Not really. So yeah, I just want to talk about this thing and share some of my thoughts on it. This isn't going to be some fancy video with like cool stuff going on. It's just I just want to talk about it. Overall, I just really love it. It's really, really nice. I'm not a drawing on a screen kind of guy. I started out with like Graphirs and then in 2.0s and was always used to using a big monitor and then painting, with a little tablet. But in the past couple of years, as I've done more figurative work, I've been more interested in drawing on the screen. There's a lot more like actual drawing that I think happens when you do that. And so I've started to use them. I started using some more Cintiqs. I've tried them over the years, but just never quite worked for me. So I have used Cintiq, so I have some comparison point. I honestly like this a lot better than Cintiqs. My wife has one of the huge like 32-inch Cintiqs, and I actually like this thing better. I like the screen texture better. I find it more reliable and responsive. I like the color reproduction even better. I think it's a really, really good device. It's also a lot cheaper. Obviously cheaper than the 32-inch, but even for comparable 24-inch Cintiq, you're going to look to spend like $2,000 on the Wacom one, and then I think it's like $1,300 for this thing. So it's significantly cheaper, and honestly, I think it's at least as good, if not better. I like them better at least. So one thing that I haven't had any issue with that I think is just a miracle, drivers. I installed the drivers and that was it. That was the end of the story. How many times have you had driver issues with Wacom products? Is it 10,000 times? Because that's the story of my entire painting career is, oh my God, driver issues. I haven't had any driver issues with this. It's been wonderful. The one thing that annoyed me / freaked me out when I first turned it on is the color reproduction, because it is pre-set up to just be garish, mind-blowing, intense saturation colors. I started loading up some of my paintings and it was horrific. I don't even know what it was doing. So if you see that, right out of the box, don't be worried. You can calibrate it, and I got it all calibrated and it works great. Honestly, it's got punchier colors than a lot of my other monitors that I've had can honestly reproduce. So it's kind of nice that it has that dynamic range. The other thing was I was a little weirded out that it seemed kind of dim and dark. And it's not immediately obvious that you can change that, but you can change that. So once you tweak some of those brightness, contrast, gamma, and some of the color calibration on Windows itself, once you get all of those things dialed in, I was like, all right, this is perfect. That was kind of the one issue I ran into. Everything else about it I've pretty much loved. The pen is great. The touch responsiveness is really nice on there. There's no actual touch control, and I never use touch control because I'm old-fashioned or something, and so I actually don't mind it. But if you are looking for a tablet that you can pinch and squeeze and all that kind of stuff, this is obviously not for you. They might be doing one, but currently this one doesn't have it. I think I mentioned, but the screen texture is really nice. I tend to prefer things more on the slick side, and this isn't slick. This is what I would call a satin finish. It's not the hard, gritty, paper texture that some people seem to like that are insane. It's kind of just smooth. It's got enough grip that you're gonna get a little resistance to it, but not enough that you're just dragging the stylus across it. Obviously, there's a couple different nibs for the pen, and you can use either of those, and one of them is a little bit grippier. It's whatever the felt tip thing. So if you want that, I think they also sell some screen protectors for it, and you can add all that. You can paint on sandpaper if you want. I don't know. Some people seem to like doing that. I don't know. Let's see here. The other thing. Oh, right. The stand. So I didn't get sent a stand, and it's got like some little feet on the back of it, but it props it up like 3 inches. It's not much. So for realistic painting purposes, you got to get some kind of stand. And I know they sell some stands. They're super cheap, which blows my mind, because you go to Wacom and the stand is $500 at least. The ones on Huion are like $50. I have this like plywood stand that I made for myself because I really like sturdy stands. I don't know. I want to like bear my entire weight on my screen sometimes. I don't know why. So for me, this works. At some point, I should probably show how to make these. They're really, really simple to make, and it's the sturdiest stand you've ever seen. They also work great for drawing. That's mainly why I have it, but I plopped this thing on here because it happened to fit perfectly, and it's been great. So if you are going to get one of these, I'd get some kind of stand, whether the ones they sell, or pick up like one of those Ergotron things that you can move around everywhere. I imagine those would work just fine. It's pretty heavy, but it's not like insanely heavy. I've definitely had some of the Cintiqs where it's like you need 2 guys to lift the thing because it's gigantic. This is not really that extreme. So yeah, I haven't had any issues with lag or dead pixels or anything like that. It's a gorgeous 4K screen, which on 24 inches is just right. It's really nice, high resolution, but not insane where you gotta like squint to get into things or gotta like blow up the resolution of your interface. It's been really, really nice. I honestly don't have much to say. It's really cool. They send you like this little like side companion thing with like buttons and stuff. It's basically a number pad without any text on it, which is cool. It's got like a nice little wheel, and it's very like satisfyingly clicky wheel. Yeah, which is kind of cool, but I'm not really a guy to use these things. I usually just put my keyboard. I just put my keyboard next to it, and it works fine. So you can tell this is like a one-take thing because I'm not gonna edit that out. I'm just gonna drop it on here. So yeah, I think that's about it. I think they're really good. I would highly recommend buying one. I haven't tried any of their other products, but I know they sell a range of sizes, and they sell some regular tablets and other stuff. And honestly, I am super impressed because I started out and there was precisely one option for tablets when I was getting started as an artist. And that's Wacom, and that's it. And so they had this monopoly on it. So everybody just sucked it up and dealt with the driver issues. That was just life. I haven't updated my drivers for Wacom in like years because I don't want them to break again. I just stick with one version and never change. So yeah, there was never any competition. And now there's fantastic competition. Huion is crushing it, and it's pretty amazing to see. So I think that's about all I have to say, and I hope you get a lot out of this, and I hope you go pick one up. And yeah, thanks for watching, and check out this process video to keep you entertained until the end of this video.